Japan's auto industry, once a symbol of perfection, is now teetering on the edge of its biggest crisis in 60 years. Legendary brands like Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mazda, and Subaru suddenly find themselves under attack from all sides. The first blow came from the US, when Trump's new tariffs shook the foundations of Japan's car exports, threw supply chains into disarray, and forced companies into survival mode. The decades-old trade system between America and Japan has crumbled, and diplomatic fixes can't bring the stability back. But that's just part of the story. Japan's own market is shrinking, driven by an aging population and young people who simply don't care about cars anymore. Buying a car in big cities seems pointless, and new purchases have dropped to levels not seen since the 1980s. Now, as Japanese automakers face shrinking markets at home and abroad, China enters the scene. China's auto industry has spent years studying Japan's weaknesses. Unlike Japan, China has built a vast ecosystem for electric vehicles, dominating batteries, logistics, and raw materials. With control over the global supply chain for EVs, China has made other countries dependent on its industry. For Japan, the danger is real and growing. Bloomberg says China views Japan's crisis as a rare chance to boost its power in Asia and unlock access to Japanese technology, factories, and networks. Instead of buying brands outright, China uses subtle moves. Reuters reports state-backed groups are expanding in Southeast Asia, right where Japanese factories sit. Chinese companies offer joint ventures and alliances, but experts warn it's a slow handover of control. The Japanese government is clearly worried. NHK highlights rising Chinese presence around key auto zones in Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. If China gains influence here, it could control everything from parts to final assembly, pushing Japanese automakers toward dependency. Analysts call this the first step in absorbing Japan's entire car industry without a single takeover. China's smart strategy unfolds in 3 steps: creating reliance on its battery tech, building shared platforms, then dominating production hubs beyond Japan. Japanese brands might keep their names, but the real power could shift to Beijing. Experts call it absorption without purchase, a quiet, unstoppable takeover. Meanwhile, China's auto firms like BYD and SAIC are outpacing Japan, producing fresh electric models every few months while Japan falls behind. Official media already claim Japanese car leadership is ending and China's era has begun. And as Japan tries to hold steady, China is preparing to set up new high-tech hubs, making Japanese companies join just to access the parts they need. Analysts now call this a new kind of economic gravity, where quiet influence turns into real control. Behind the scenes, something big is happening. China isn't just watching Japan's car industry decline, it's moving the pieces, aiming to become the true power behind Asia's auto sector. In just 2 years, China has tightened its grip on vital materials, built new battery hubs in Chongqing, Guangdong, and Anhui, and invested in the logistics centers that keep Japan's production lines moving.